Hi, hello viewers, it's Smile a Minute IAS Academy, and today UPSC has released a examination notice. It has released its examination notice for civil services exam. So on 4th March 2021, it has released its examination notice, and the last date for accepting the application is 24th of March 2021. So let us see some important things which are given in this notice. Okay. So the first one is the candidates to ensure their eligibility for the examination, to check whether they are eligible for the examination or not. They have given certain criteria, the age limit and also the qualification and other things should be verified, and the candidates are required to have a photo and some proofs. So to apply they need a Aadhaar card or voter ID or PAN card. Certain proofs so are needed, and to avail some benefits like a OBC non-creamy layer they need the corresponding certificates. And the last date for the receipt of application is 24th March 2021 till 6 p.m. and penalty for wrong answers. So in UPSC civil services exam it has negative marking, so for wrong answers they will give negative marking, and it is mentioned. And the things, mobile phones are banned. So mobile phones are not allowed in UPSC civil services exam. The use of any mobile phone even in switched off mode, pager or any electronic equipment or programmable devices or storage media like pen drive, smartwatches, etc., or camera or Bluetooth devices, everything is banned. So the notice contains 161 pages. Not all the pages are important, but we need to know certain important things which are given. And these are the centers for the civil service exam preliminary stage, and for preliminary stage these are the centers. You can check for your corresponding state and all that. Only this much centers, and for the mains exam just this much centers are available for the civil services mains examination. So if you have cleared your prelims examination, then you will be eligible for your mains examination, and if you are appearing for this mains examination, then you have to select a center from one of this, and the centers will be allotted to you based on first apply first alert, which means that if you are applying today and if you are selecting a district, say if you are selecting Bhopal, then in Bhopal, if you need Bhopal, then if you are selecting it first, then you can get Bhopal. If the capacity is exceeded, then you will be given a secondary choice. If you have Cuttack or something as the secondary choice, then you will be allotted that center. Then eligibility conditions, you should be a citizen of India, or either you can be a subject of Nepal or Bhutan, or these are certain things based on the nationality. And the age limit is you should have attained your 21 years and your age should not be exceeding the 32 years. But there are certain relaxations for certain candidates like scheduled caste or scheduled tribe candidates. You have certain age relaxation. Then you should have an age not later than, you should be born not later than 1st August of 2000. It is also one thing. Then minimum educational qualification is you should hold a degree. You should have at least a degree to write this UPSC civil service exam. If you are a 10th 12th student, or if you are in first year, then you can't write this exam, so you should hold a degree. The number of attempts is actually 6. So actually it is 6 for general category, but if you are writing as an OBC, if you are under OBC, then you can have 9 attempts, or if you are under scheduled caste or scheduled tribes, then you have unlimited attempts. So then fee is one important thing which is relating to this. The fee for applying for the UPSC civil service examination is just 100 rupees. So candidates are required to pay fee of rupees 100. So rupees 100 only. either by remitting the money in any branch of State Bank of India. So it's not needed. So you need to pay just ₹100, but there is some exceptions for certain students. So if you are a SC or ST person, or if you are a female candidate, then you do not have to pay any fee. Then you are exempted from the payment of fee, which means that male candidates are only needed to pay this ₹100. If you are a female candidate, then then you are exempted from the fee. And if you are a SC or ST person, then also you are exempted from the fee. So this is one important news. And then how to apply? You should apply online by using this website www.upsconline.nic.in. Then last date for this online submission of the application is 24th March of 2021 till 6 p.m. Eligibility for availing the reservation. So for OBC candidates, there is a thing called as OBC non-creamy layer. So if you are a family that is earning less than certain amount of money, if you are not if your father is not a very rich person, or if your father is not an engineer or a doctor, or based on certain things, you will be issued a certificate called as OBC non-creamy layer certificate. And for that there is you should provide that certificate. For availing the benefits of the non-creamy layer, you should provide the certificate of OBC non-creamy layer certificate. And to avail the benefits of the economically weaker section also, you should provide certificate. And the certificate that is required to avail the benefit of this economically weaker section is income and asset certificate. So income and asset certificate is required to avail the benefits of economically weaker section, and this income and asset certificate should be based on the income of the financial year 2019 to 20. So for financial year 2019 to 20, you should have the income certificate. And so generally the examination will have preliminary. In preliminary itself, you will have two exams. It is objective type and mains exam. In mains exam, you should have a paragraph type of answers. And if you have qualified in your preliminary exam, then you will write the mains exam. Then you will appear for interview or personality test. So they have given what are the things which are in preliminary examination. So there are 200 marks. So in each paper you have 200 marks. It has two papers, and the papers contain multiple choice questions. You will be given choices, and you need to select the appropriate answer among those choices. And the duration for the exam is 2 hours. And in paper 1, you should secure the cutoff which is required, and in paper 2, you should acquire just 33 marks, and that is enough. At least you should require 33 marks. That is enough to qualify the paper 2. And paper 1 and paper 2 in the prelims examination is not used to calculate the final cutoff. Then mains examination, it has paper A, B. Paper A is a language. You should select an Indian language. The languages which are given in the 8th schedule. Among that language, you should select one language and you should write paper 1. And in paper B, you will be writing English, and you have certain other papers. So paper A and paper B of the mains examination is also not used for counting the merit. And other papers which are used to count the merit in the mains examination is you have essay paper, and then you have GS1, GS2, GS3 and GS4. And then you have optional subjects. So you should select an optional subject. Say you are selecting geography. If you are selecting geography, from geography itself, you will have paper 1 as well as paper 2. You will be writing two papers from that particular subject itself, paper 1, paper 2. Each paper comprises 250 marks, and the final total mark is 1750 marks. And the personality test. If you have qualified in the mains examination, then you will be appearing for the personality test or interview test, and the mark for that personality test is 275 marks. So the final grand total is 2075, and from the 2075 you will acquire certain marks, and based on that mark only your final merit will be calculated. For the language, medium, literature of language, script is used by the candidate will be as under. These are the languages, these are the scripts that are available for optional subjects for mains examination. So these are the optional subjects that are available in your mains examination, we have agri, animal husbandry, anthropology. Anthropology is one famous paper. Then geography is also one famous paper. Then psychology, sociology, public administration, history. These are some of the major papers which are often selected by the UPSC candidates. So these are the list of optional subjects for the mains examination. You should select one optional from these subjects. And also you can select a literature actually. You can also select literature for the optional paper. Say if you are a Tamil candidate, then you can select Tamil as your optional paper, and you should prepare for the Tamil especially. So paper A is also Indian language, and this optional paper can also be selected from any of the Indian languages. Say the Assamese, Bengali, Bodo, Dogri, etc., etc. So in these languages you can select one optional paper and you can write. So if you are strong in your own mother tongue, say Hindi, then you can take the optional subject as Hindi also. So syllabus for the examination. So if you have not seen the syllabus for the UPSC Civil Service examination, then let us have a recap on the syllabus. So for preliminary examination, these are the syllabus, and for paper 2, this is the syllabus. For mains examination, also they have given the syllabus. After this 33 page number, the syllabus is only covered. So GS 1 contains Indian heritage, culture, history, geography, society, everything is contained in GS 1. So you can have a read on it. Then GS2 contains governance, constitution, polity, social justice and international relations. And GS3 contains technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security and disaster management. Then GS4 contains ethics, integrity and aptitude. And then optional subject. Optional subject is sorry. Optional subject papers 1 and 2. You should select one optional subject and you should write 2 papers. And these are the optional subjects. They have given syllabus for the optional subjects also. So geography. Geography is the one which I am planning to take. So for geography, this is the syllabus. For paper 1, the syllabus is principles of geography. They have given physical geography, geomorphology, climatology, oceanography, biogeography, environmental geography, and human geography also given. So human geography, population and settlement geography. So they will be given population. There are many population theories, right? So everything comes under this. So population theories, you will be studying some population theories under economy also. Those things are also important for this optional paper geography also. So population theories, world population problems and the policies, everything that is announced for this population, everything comes under the paper 1 of geography optional. Then regional planning, models, theories, laws in human geography, everything. Then paper 2. Paper 2 contains geography in India. So the paper 2 contains physical setting resources. The resources, if you say resources, it has land resources, water resources, the minerals that are available, the biotic resources, marine resources, everything comes under the resources. Then agriculture. You will be studying agriculture under geography, and you will be also studying agriculture under the economy. Agriculture is important in both geography as well as economy, and you should give more focus on agriculture because most of the time, 99% times, the questions will be asked from agriculture. So you can expect a question from agriculture. Then industry, transport, communication, trade, cultural settings, settlements, and all these things are the syllabus for the paper 2 of the optional subject geography. And there are many other optional subjects, and for all those optional subjects they have given you the syllabus, so you can have a read on it. See, this is for the optional subject of Kannada. So if your mother tongue is Kannada, then the syllabus for the optional subject Kannada is literature. They have given certain literature names, and they have given certain literature and their and the literature writer, poet. So you should have a read on these literatures. So they have given for everything. So this is what comprises of this notice. certificate regarding physical limitation in an examine to write, letter of undertaking for using own scribe to be filled by the candidates online to the application. They have given certain application forms also, special instructions to candidates for objective type answers. So for objective type answers, how to select, they will be giving a OM sheet and you need to actually fill that right. So they have given some instructions regarding all those things at the end, and important instructions to withdraw applications, how to withdraw the application, instruction to the candidates for filling online applications. So before filling online applications, you can go through these instructions, and these are the things which are given in syllabus. So these are the things which are included in your notice of the civil service exam. So applied before 24th March of 2021, 6 p.m. So subscribe to My Lemonade IAS Academy. Thank you.